Today, I will be talking about the president of Laos, who has urged Laotian journalists to be more courageous in reporting news about social issues and domestic problems. This call has led to numerous comments from the Laotian social media community, most of which share a similar sentiment. This reaction shows that the public is becoming quite aware and engaged. On this anniversary, President Thongloun Sisoulith's words, spoken when he was still Prime Minister, have been reposted as an image. The quote reads, "The establishment of Laotian media, the brave who dare to speak, the wise who touch hearts, the quick to react when they read, the ones who overcome obstacles, the ones who love the truth, the ones who hit the target." These were President Thongloun Sisoulith's words of advice from 2022. This year marks the 75th anniversary, on August 13, 2025. The Lao Pathana newspaper page shared these words of wisdom from President Thongloun Sisoulith of the Lao PDR on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of the establishment of Laotian media and printing from 1950 to the present. In his speech, President Thongloun urged the public to become the voice of society and to be brave enough to reflect on problems, injustice, and corruption within state agencies, claiming that this principle would lead to a more transparent and credible country. However, when this statement was shared on social media, many people commented with a lack of trust. Many said that these are just empty words, as there are still no laws to protect those who criticize the government safely. While the statement sounds beautiful and full of hope, in reality, those who have dared to criticize the government's work in Laos have often ended up being invited for attitude adjustment and forced to read a public apology, concluding with the phrase, "I was ignorant of the consequences," which is considered the lightest penalty. Looking back to 2018, a former Laotian activist was prosecuted under Article 117 for creating division and slandering government officials to cause instability. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison and was just released in late 2024. Before that, 3 Laotian workers in Thailand who advocated for freedom of speech on social media in 2016 were immediately arrested upon their return to renew their passports. They were sentenced to 25 years in prison under 2 articles, Article 110 for treason or betrayal of the nation, and Article 117 for slandering the government. Additionally, Article 60 of the Penal Code is used against journalists who violate the charge of reporting news that is a danger to the government, which also carries a maximum sentence of 5 years. These events have caused many people to be afraid of criticizing or becoming a voice for society, as President Thongloun suggested. Despite the invitation to speak for the country, the laws and past experiences make no one confident that they will be safe after speaking out, as these are just empty words without clear legal protection. Ultimately, the phrase "being a voice for society" might sound beautiful in a ceremony, but in reality, the public's voice remains within a framework of laws that can silence them at any time. And this is why, even though the words give a green light, the road is still full of red lights. Therefore, the words of President Thongloun Sisoulith are no different. Next, let's look at some comments from Laotians on this post. First comment. The main ethics of a journalist or media professional are to report the news and write stories based on facts. If something is wrong, report it as wrong. If it's right, praise it accordingly. But I believe it won't get past the editor-in-chief if the news reflects the reality of society or state employees. It will be seen as an attack or slander, even if it's the truth. So, if you want journalists to truly be a voice for the people, you must unlock and grant media professionals freedom and neutrality. Give them the right to speak and report on every situation that occurs. This way, we can identify and solve problems like corruption without caring whose child or grandchild is involved. Wrong is wrong and right is right. Just speak based on the facts and the situation. Please make improvements. I feel sorry for the future generations. Next comment. Try reporting on the corruption of your leaders. See if you don't end up having to go to a police academy urgently. This comment, "go to a police academy," means being called in for attitude adjustment, which is considered the lightest penalty. Next comment. Are journalists brave enough? I think there must be a specific law to guarantee against intimidation and ensure the safety of journalists and the general public who express valid opinions that strike a nerve. Next comment. Laos has been liberated for 50 years, dear sir. Are we going forward or backward? If you are serious, you should hold a vote and a meeting and have government officials go to each village and hold seminars so that people are fully informed. In some villages today, the village chief just seeks personal gain. They only want money in their own pockets. That's why development is moving backward. Next comment. The people who can't accept the truth are you. When the people speak up, you say you agree, but then you call them in for adjustment. Is that right? That's how Laos is. Next comment. When someone reports the truth, it's considered opposing the leaders. If that's the case, there won't be any good journalists. Whichever news channel praises the leaders and lies to the public, saying bad things are good, or praising a road full of potholes as being developed, that channel will receive an award of honor every year. Next comment. I think if you really want it to be as you say, there must be a law to protect journalists. That would be good. Next comment. You're lying to get us thrown in jail again. Next comment. Bring a law to protect us, and I'll be the media. Next comment. An opportunity like this doesn't come often. I finally have a chance to express my feelings. I've been holding it in for a long time. I'm so fed up. I want to comment on this post. I've seen enough, but I didn't want to comment, but I can't take it anymore, so I'm here to say what I've been wanting to say for a long time. I didn't want to comment or talk about too many things. Other people might say I talk too much. I'll get to the point. At first, I just glanced at it and didn't think much, but after seeing other people's comments, I also want to comment on this post. I'll say it's my first time commenting. I really can't stand it anymore. I've wanted to comment for a long time. A long comment, but a short one will do. There's no point in talking too much. I don't want to get involved in this matter. I'm not a very engaged person. I don't like to write long, annoying comments, but I'll comment a little. I really can't take it anymore. I'm going to start commenting now. What I want to say might be a bit long, but I want to express my opinion on this matter. I don't care if anyone scolds me. I want to say just a little, but I'm too lazy to type much. I'll just say something short and simple. I think I won't comment after all. Next comment. I don't believe it because there have been reports of people who spoke the truth and were thrown in jail. President Thong Loon must release them first to be believed. The people who were previously jailed should be released. Don't just seek good credit and create a facade of democracy for the world to see. You must prove it to the Laotian people inside the country first. Don't just keep celebrating. This is 2025. And these are the opinions, feelings, and trust of the Laotian people toward their government. If you don't want to miss the next clip, don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye!